Chapter 6.5, percent of increase and decrease. A percent of change is the percent that a quantity changes from the original amount. Percent of change equals the amount of change over the original amount. For a percent of increase and decrease. When the original amount increases, the percent of change is called a percent of increase. The formula for a percent of increase is the new amount minus the original amount divided by the original amount. When the original amount decreases, the percent of change is called a percent of decrease. Percent of decrease equals the original amount minus the new amount divided by the original amount. So finding the percent of change. The table shows the number of hours you spent online last weekend. What is the percent of change in your online time from Saturday to Sunday? And if, as you notice, from Saturday to Sunday, we have an increase. So we're going to use our formula, new amount minus the original divided by the original. So my new amount is my Sunday, which is 4.5, minus my original, which was Saturday, which is 2, divided by my original, which is 2. So we have 4.5 minus 2, which is 2.5 over 2. And using the calculator, 2.5 divided by 2 equals 1.25. It's asking what percent of change. This is a decimal, so we need to change it to a percent. So we call from chapter 6.1 to change it to a percent. We move it 2 steps to the right, and we get 125%. Finding a percent of decrease. The bar graph shows the softball players' home run totals. What was the percent of change from 2012 to 2013? Again, since it says percent of decrease, we're going to use the original amount minus the new amount over the original amount. So the question's asking from 2012 to 2013. So in 2012, she had 28 home runs. Minus my new amount in 2013, she only had 20. Over my original amount, which was 2012, which was 28. So now we're going to do some subtracting. 28 minus 20 is 8 over 28. So now 8 divided by 28 equals 0.2857. So now we need to change that to a percent. So to move it 2 steps to the right, 1, 2, then we get 28.57%. And if we round it to the nearest 10, then it would be 28.6%. Percent of error. A percent of error is the percent that an estimated quantity differs from the actual amount. The formula is percent of error equals amount of error over the actual amount. So it says, you estimate that the length of your classroom is 16 feet. The length is actually 21 feet. Find the percent of error. So they're telling us that the percent of error is the amount of error over the actual amount. So what we have to do is figure out how off were we. So we're going to do 21 minus 16 over the actual, which was 21 feet. 21 minus 16 equals 5 over 21. Divide 5 divided by 21, and we get 0.238. Now again, that's a decimal, and they want us to have a percent. So move the decimal to the right 2 times, and we get 23.8%.